Recently, I've been thinking a lot about how to better link up our builds. We've got a lot of things kind of scattered all over the place, and I want things to start to feel a little bit more connected. So that's what we're starting out with today. The way we're going to do that is to kind of create a tiered system. So let's take a pause on clearing out this landscape here to talk about that for a minute. I talked about early on how I didn't want a lot of elevation changes. If you're thinking about walking through a town, you're not going up and down all the time, right? You're typically on the same level walking throughout. Maybe there's a step up here and there, bringing you to different areas. And that's kind of what I'm trying to accomplish. So I'm thinking of a multi-tiered town. Let's call it 4 tiers. So tier 1 would be kind of where I'm standing right now. And what does that mean? Because when we look out over this landscape, we have a lot of elevation changes all the way basically to the mountain, right? So what that means is a lot of covering of the ground. My plan will be to basically bring this all up to this level, going out to that ridge and around. So that's level 1. Our second tier includes our house there, and it also includes this area over here. This would be our second tier. I'm thinking for the lower tier, we're going to be more like residential homes and some of our bigger buildings, maybe a library, a city hall, those kinds of things. Our second tier here, we want to focus maybe a little bit more on like entertainment, stores, storage areas, and whatnot. Then we have our third tier, which kind of includes the clock tower and then this cherry hill behind the storehouse here. I don't want to lose this because I like the elevation and I have a cool idea of what to put up here. But for now and for today, we're just going to leave it blank, but we're going to label it as our third tier. And then we, of course, have our fourth tier, and those are these builds up in the distance. Big builds, impressive builds. They draw your eye, but they're not necessarily part of the town. And that could include the mountains as well. So today, what we're going to be doing is working on level 2. A lot of the things that we've built so far are kind of landmark pieces, right? They draw your eye, they take you to a different part of our landscape. But I want to start connecting things up and making things feel a little bit more together. So in making things feel more together, we're going to build a blacksmith right here to add our second building to our second level. Part of my goal with this blacksmith shop that we'll be putting together is to get netherite tools. So in order to do that, what do we need? We need the netherite upgrade, which means we've got to go to a bastion. So I'm going to clear out the rest of this landscape. We're going to smooth it out a little bit, and then we are going to head into the nether and do a little bastion trip. Thankfully, we've got our elytra now, so it shouldn't be too treacherous getting there. But once we're there, that's a different story. So let's clear this out, and then we'll get that going. All right, we flattened that out nicely over there. It gives us a nice blank canvas for any build that we want to do on that in that area. But I think that is all we need right now. Our next step's going to be getting to this bastion. So let's head into the nether and let's see what we find. We did visit a bastion in an earlier episode. I think I was looking for nether wart. Unfortunately, I don't remember where that was. So we're going to take a little ride along or through the nether and see if we can't find that. Or at least one. Doesn't have to be that one. I will take some bone blocks while we're here. Does that guy have a saddle on him? Do they spawn with saddles? I do not remember doing that. Maybe I did. Can't pass up a bunch of gravel. How many side missions can we go on before we find a bastion? When in Rome. Nope. I found another portal that I think this goes to the ocean where we got, what do we get out there? Kelp? We are traversing the whole nether. Every last bit. Whoa. Uh-oh. No, thank you. Ooh, that was close. Take a deep breath. Take it easy. I see one. I see one, but I'm not totally sure how we can get to it. I just flew down there and, well, I almost died. But I think if we just punch through this wall, we should get pretty close, or at least run into it. There we go. Okay. All right. Well, I don't want to speak too soon, but I feel like we made it without dying. Now, will this have what we need? Only one way to find out. Okay. Got our first couple kills. Now we gotta find that treasure room. Oh, there's nether wart. That would have been nice. Good vantage point. I really don't want to drop down there, though. We don't want to get cocky about this. I am not a big fan of bastions. Came into the game at a point where I was not playing as often, so I just don't have as much experience in them as I would like to be comfortable. Let's do this. Build right back up. There we go. Yep, draw some guys out. Oh, come on. There's one. They know I want their loot. I was hitting all my shots before. There we go. Let's run and get that chest. Some gold, some obsidian, but not what we needed. Don't mind me. Uh-oh. No. Oh, jeez. Oh, I got so lucky. Oh, I got so lucky there. Oh. Okay, let's breathe. Okay, there's a gold block over there. There's a double chest over there. I'm gonna get all my health back, and then we'll make a little run for it. We'll go with it for that gold block first. All right, nothing else right there. Another gold block back there, but let's go for that chest. There we go. Okay, we got what we needed. So I'll try to listen to see if there's anybody around that's trying to kill me. Oh, yep, this guy. All right. God, those sounds keep scaring me. I can't. The zombified piglin and the piglins are just, they sound way too similar. Especially when you're like in panic mode. Do we just leave? Maybe we just leave. I really want that gold block though. It just feels wrong not to grab it, so. All right. This could be bad. All right, let's get out of here to the next safest place in the nether. Nether fortress. Okay, for as scary as that was, we got what we needed. We have the netherite upgrade. So, time to head home. And we'll start on the next thing. We made it back to the portal, but well, let's see. Let's get our inventory sorted out here. Don't need that. Don't need those. I like the gilded blackstone. Let's just, to save an inventory spot, we'll do that. All right. You know what? We're already here. So why don't we mine for some netherite? We could do the bed thing, but I was actually reading up on it today, and it seems like mining and using the beds gives you just about the same rate, and mining is a lot easier for me right now. So let's mine a little bit and see what it gets us. We've got a little room set up for ourselves here, just so we know where we're headed back to. That staircase will lead all the way back up to our portal. So it is time to start mining. We'll see what we can find. Gotta be honest, I'm already bored. So, of course, here we are at the creeper farm. I am gonna get some TNT cooked up, and we're gonna do it that way. And then if I get bored of that, we are going to do beds. But yeah, one piece of netherite so far, ancient debris. We're gonna need more than that. So I'm gonna make this into TNT, and we'll get back to it. All right, we're gonna throw some TNT down here. and we'll see what happens. Hopefully this reveals at least some ancient debris. Only got a stack though, so I'm thinking we're probably going to do the beds after this. Uh, let's wait and see. Well, shoot. Okay. Looks like we're just going to keep floundering over this. Let me see if I can get this TNT here through the lava. Don't have a flame bow. That would help. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see what we can get. I'm going to go back to the pickaxe. Let's see what happens. We've arrived at our last resort. It's bedtime. Wait, don't go to sleep. I meant like I'm going to use beds to blow up the nether. It's going to be really cool and exciting. We're just repairing our tools up after that big mining session. Actually had another efficiency 5 pickaxe I must have found in maybe one of the end cities. But oh my goodness, between those beds, the TNT, and all that mining, I think I worked on it for maybe 3-4 hours. 24 ancient debris. So we have enough to upgrade all of our tools, but not our armor, which is okay. We can always go back. That's okay. The tools were my main priority. I'm going to finish up repairing these tools, and then we are going to start talking about the build. Our little AFK session for the creeper farm actually replenished everything that we used and more from our TNT usage. That is awesome. And that was maybe 45 minutes. So I'm super happy with the rates that thing is producing. It is, like I said last episode, way more than we need. But it is proving to be very, very worth that build. So let's get to daytime, because I do not want to deal with all these mobs. Lighting things up is on the agenda, don't you worry. We've got a couple more builds that I want to get done first, including today's. And then we are going to work on some details after that, really working on our paths, the landscape, kind of the little things we've been avoiding. But today is our first kind of, oh, what would you call it? Like our first worker building in the village. So we have our storehouse, which is kind of like a community hub. Our dwarven forge up in the mountains, and our wizard tower is kind of secluded from the town. Obviously, our ship is as well. Our clock tower is more of a community thing. And then we've got my little area over here. So this is our first communal workspace. And bringing our blacksmiths in will allow us to upgrade our tools. And that's what we'll do once we finish it all up. We'll move some villagers over here, and I actually want some iron golems walking around as well. We definitely will light up the area a little bit more once we get our villagers here, but I hope between that and the iron golems, they'll be safe. So the mountain will provide a nice backdrop. I'm going to collect some materials. I don't know if we need any resource gathering. I think we should have everything we need, but we'll do a double check. I'll check back in if we do need to collect some resources. I'm excited to get this one started. It's going to add to our second level here. And then in between episodes, I'm going to start with leveling out tier 1 down in this valley, but that's going to be a lot of work. That's okay. It's going to turn out great, and it's going to make it feel just that much more put together. So I'm going to head back to the storehouse here, collect some things up, and we will get started on the blacksmith build. Oh, silly, silly me. Of course, we need to do some resource gathering. Thankfully, I don't think we need to go too far. We just need to get some pale oak, need to convert our copper into stairs. We're pretty close, but let's do a little montage, get what we need. On the prowl for some deep slate copper ore. I want to create a couple of little ore piles, I guess, outside of the blacksmith. And I got some coal right when I broke into this strip mine here. Got some iron, but have not been able to find copper. And that is all we need, that and a bell. And I think the other village on the other face of the mountain has a bell, so that shouldn't be too difficult. But I'm gonna keep on mining to see if we can find some deep slate copper ore. So close. 1 block away. Oh, that's like one of the rarest blocks in the game, isn't it? Isn't diamond ore? Am I wrong? Okay, gotta pick that up. I'm not sure what the real answer is, but according to Reddit, the diamond ore is rare, but deep slate coal. Oh, look at that. Okay, distracted. Sorry, we got what we needed. But diamond ore is rare, but deep slate coal is actually more rare. I don't know if that's correct, but anyway, I mean, I got them both in my inventory right now. So what a mining trip. We'll have to show those off. I think I'm going to show them both off at the blacksmith. Why not? No better place to do it. Oh, and look at that. A little bit more. All right, perfect. Well, this is much more than I needed. I think I only needed a couple pieces, but might as well grab some lapis too. We'll add to our ore pile. So, all right, I'm going to make my way out of here. We'll get to our spot and we will put our items away and we will get building. We should be close to the top here, hopefully. I feel like I've been going up forever. You just never, it's so rare that I leave a cave the way I came in. It's always, there's some sunlight. It's always by pillaring up. Let's see, where did we come up here? Oh, the village. All right, we didn't go too far. So we've got everything that we need at this point. I've got some things trying to oxidize. Actually, I think I'll have to double check. I can't remember. I might just let them all go and then I'll clean them up as we go. So we've got everything we need. Throw all this stuff in there. Why not? And then all this stuff as well. I'm going to get my inventory cleaned up, get this stuff settled, and then we are going to start building. Wait, hopefully you didn't go sit down and get super ready for me to do this. I forgot we need a bell. We need a bell and we must have it before we start building. It is absolutely detrimental to this build. Let's go. See if we can get this before nighttime. I'm hoping This village has one. I mean, I don't think I took it from here. I believe I took it from... Yes, there we go. Everybody back to your houses. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Okay. All right. Now it is time for that time lapse. So here we go. This build is obviously a lot smaller than some of the other ones we've been working on, but you know why I love that? It is so much easier to put detail in. Those huge builds are just a little overwhelming. This one, we just kind of went like hyper detailed with the walls and the interior, and it really makes it feel lived in, and it makes it feel like it's been there forever. So the interior is just a blacksmith shop with a storage area on the other side and a little bit of life surrounding it. We're going to get some villagers added in here to add to that, and then we will be good to go. And we are just about done. We've got our golems running around. There may be one too many. Looks a little crowded. But we are going to bring some villagers over here as well to get some blacksmiths going, which it probably will definitely look crowded then. Maybe one less iron golem, one less copper golem. I think we'll be all right. But let's get those villagers over here, and then we'll take a little tour of the whole place. Probably should clean up first too. Ah, the joys of riding along our happy gas to transport villagers. It just never gets old. And home sweet home. Hopefully, yes. Walk over to your bed. Find your workstation. Oh, I forgot about the barrels. And the cauldrons. Dang it. Okay. Well, you know what? We don't need a bunch of blacksmiths. Or toolsmiths, right? Right? Or do we? Oh, I want at least two. I definitely don't want a fisherman. So let's take this real quick and kind of force him into being this. There we go. All right. I'm going to grab some emeralds, lock these guys in. I'm going to move the happy gas, and then we will get our netherite armor going. And we'll see what kind of traits these guys have. I know I am risking it with this open air design, but I'm really hoping that the light kind of bleeds out enough and our iron golems do their job. We'll see, but we're just gonna lock that guy in. We will lock this guy in, and then where'd our leather worker go? Here? Sure. Pants. Okay, those guys are locked in. Hey guys, really? I mean, you can, yeah, like that far. I mean, that is like max distance. You do not want to go much further than that. Oh, and how could I forget? We have to connect this up. What are you guys doing over there? Are we kidding? Ugh, villagers, they're the death of me. What are we doing? Why are they just decide they're nomads? They're gonna just roam around. Ugh. You know, I hate putting the villagers in like their one by one cell, but dear God, they're gonna make me do it. I mean, they had two beds right here. I'm kind of surprised they didn't lock onto these. Maybe because of the slabs. Very possible. And now they're just searching for a bed, or they claimed that bed. I don't know. That's gonna be a later issue that we'll deal with. We've got some netherite gear to make though. So why don't we do that? I'm not gonna worry about leveling these guys up if they are just gonna run away. You stuck around and I appreciate you. Well, these guys are running back. They decided that the life I created for them was good and positive. Welcome back, fellas. Go ahead, hop a squat. Make yourself right at home. Please don't leave again. I'd appreciate it. All right, let's take a quick walk through here. So I wanted to give it a like old fashioned medieval look. Blacksmith shops are typically open air like this because of all of the heat and the smoke generated from within. We've got the anvil here with the water next to it to quench the tools. Little lava and water over here with some shelves. A little guy that they built that may not have worked like the others. We've got our big furnace over here, our bell to let everybody know when it is time to start working. And then we've got our storage area here with some different odds and ends and some ore. And we've got our rare ore pile over here with our diamond and our coal. All we're missing, I think, is emerald deep slate. I'm pretty sure that is the next rarest ore, so we'll have to be on the lookout for that to add it to the pile. But I'm happy with how this turned out, and when they're actually like all here, it's full of life, which you guys know that I love. So let's get that netherite cooking and start upgrading some of our tools. And we'll just keep making that. Or what do we want? Let's see, that'll make another 4, 8. Perfect. Used a lot of diamonds, but we actually have quite a bit. Let's get our netherite cooking. Probably would have helped if I brought something to actually cook it with, now that I'm thinking about it. All right, we'll let that cook. Looks super cool when it's running. 25, which doesn't do us too good, but we'll craft up some netherite ingots. And let's start up our upgrades. Netherite sword, pickaxe, pickaxe, shovel, axe. Got one more. I could do some armor. Hello, Arden. But you know what? We need a netherite hoe. Everybody needs a netherite hoe. It's a sign of wealth and status, right? So I think I have. Do I have a diamond one? Maybe I don't. Well, let's make it. Diamond hoe. Let's upgrade this. Whoops. All right. Oh, there we go. Serious dedication. I couldn't agree more. Oh, yeah. Look at our blacksmith in the distance. Just adding to everything in our little village here. I think it's a great addition here to the second tier. It adds some life. Let me go to bed. Oh, why are you in my bed? You have 3 beds over there. All right, well, with our villagers going all around town and doing whatever they want, I think we're going to wrap up the episode here with our Iron Golem friend here. Let's wrap up. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out. And until next time.